The process for getting your visa on arrival in Zimbabwe has changed slightly. You now need to do this electronic form, and it's pretty straightforward. If for whatever reason you're unable to connect to the Wi-Fi while you're in Zimbabwe at immigration, there are paper forms available. However, I would plan on getting a visa ahead of time for Zimbabwe if you need one, just in case this website is down. So if you do need a visa, I have another video where I go through the process, and I'll link that in the description below. So to get started, you're going to go to their official website, which I've linked also in the description below. And so what you need to do is to get started, you just click anywhere on the screen. So here it says it's Zimbabwe's entry declaration kiosk. It has been kind of communicated as if it were a declaration form, but for those who do need a visa for Zimbabwe and can get one on arrival, this is going to be where you complete your application for your visa on arrival. So to get started, you just need your basic details. They're going to want to know your passport details, where you're going to be staying, your emergency contact details, all these other questions that you probably would have done if you just did the visa ahead of time online. Like I said, I've got a video in the description below if you want to get your visa ahead of time. So to get started, we're just going to scroll on down and we're going to click start. First, they're going to ask you for your nationality. And so once you select your nationality, it's going to ask you what kind of passport you have. Chances are, if you're not sure, you probably have an ordinary passport. But if you scroll on down, you can see the different options available. Go ahead and select whichever one works for you. In this demonstration, I'm going to use an ordinary passport. Here on this page, we have the different visa types available. We've got the single entry visa, the double entry visa, and the Casa Uni visa. So whichever one works for you, go ahead and select that. In this demonstration, I'm going to do the single entry. And as you can see, it does time out quite quickly. Here on this page, they just want your personal details. They want your passport number, your purpose of visit. You can see the different options here. Chances are you're probably going for a holiday. And if you scroll on down, we've got the additional questions, number of travel companions. Everybody is going to need to do their own. It doesn't let you do a group application. Everybody will need their own. And so if you scroll on down, you can see additional questions. They're going to want to know where you live. Put down your current residential address, your host name if you have one, your occupation, and your address in Zimbabwe. As you can see, these are not compulsory questions, but answer them to your best ability. For your address in Zimbabwe, chances are this is going to be your lodge or your hotel. And so once you've answered all these questions, you'll see at the bottom the amount of currency that you have available to you. Answer this to your best ability, and then go ahead and click next. Here on this page, they just want to know your emergency contact details. Go ahead and enter their last name or surname, their first name, their email, and their telephone. Once you're ready, go ahead and click next. And so here we have the summary page. If you want to click to review everything, you can click your data, click to open, review it, make sure everything is good to go. If we scroll on down here, you can see that there is a visa cost involved. This does vary by nationality. I would say most are going to be the $30 range. I've seen some like UK that at the time of this video are $55, Canadian $75. So like I said, it does vary, but this is going to tell you the most up-to-date amount for your visa. And so if we scroll on down, it just gives you some notices. Just make sure you understand that, make sure it works for you. And then once you're ready, you can click on that little circle that's pulsating to say that you agree that everything is correct to your ability. And then once you've done that, go ahead and click confirm. It's now going to pop up just to say just so you're aware. Go through it, make sure you understand that it works for you. And once you're ready, go ahead and click I understand. It's going to take a second and it's going to load to this page, which shows that your application has been successfully submitted, and you can now proceed to the immigration counter with your travel documents, and an officer is going to conduct the final checks and validate your entry into Zimbabwe. And so really that's it. If you are concerned about having Wi-Fi on arrival, maybe your phone not working, maybe you haven't had a chance to charge your phone or your tablet en route to Zimbabwe, I would recommend getting your visa ahead of time. And like I said, I have a video in the description below which guides you through that process. And so I hope you go to Zimbabwe and you have a great time, and that's it. It's that easy.